Swami Vivekananda, in his conversation, he used to often quote the story of Nachiketa from the Katha Upanishad. Nachiketa was a young boy. He was told by his father, in a fit of rage, to go to Yama, the god of death. And he does go. How did he become so fearless to face death? The Upanishad says that it was because of Shraddha or faith. Shraddha or faith entered into him. It says Shraddha is the aggregate of all positive attitudes. Shankaracharya termed it as Astikya Buddhi. Indeed, when one gets this positive frame of mind, he discovers the great potential of strength and enormous possibilities in him. Swami Vivekananda remarked, unfortunately, Shraddha has nearly vanished from India, and this is why we are in our present state. What makes the difference between man and man is this Shraddha and nothing else. What makes one man great and another low is this Shraddha. Cultivating faith in oneself is the best way to overcome emotional problems that many youth face. Whether in school or in college or in professional life, we seem to lose this faith in ourselves. One should not run away from life, rather, learn to face it with courage and heroism. The Katha Upanishad rouses this inner potential by its well known statement Utishthata Jagrata Prapya Varan Nibodhata. Swami Vivekananda freely translated it as Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Swami Vivekananda used to recommend reading of Upanishads. He believed that if one could read these great scriptures, one would gain all the basic values and virtues in life. During his wandering days in 1892, Swamiji spent 9 days with Sri Sundarama Iyer in Trivandrum. Sri Iyer's 14-year-old son, Rama Swami Sastri, was deeply impressed by Swamiji's personality. Swamiji told him, You are still a young boy. I hope and wish that you will reverentially study the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras, and the Bhagavad Gita, as also the Itihas, the Puranas, and Agamas. You will not find the like of these anywhere in the world. Man alone of all living creatures has a hunger in his heart to know the whence, whither, the whys, and wherefores of things. These are 4 key words you must remember Abhay, fearlessness, Ahimsa, non injury, Asang, non attachment, and Ananda, bliss. These words really sum up the essence of all our sacred books. Remember them, their implication will become clear to you later on. There is one more great teaching of Upanishads which could be of great help to youth, that is, self discipline. Anyone interested in discovering his inner potential must learn to discipline his energies and time. The Sanskrit term for self discipline is tapas. Tapas is often taken in its negative sense, but tapas or tapasya is not just denial. It means undergoing some hardship and difficulty voluntarily. It is tapas which taps our inner potential. An athlete undergoing intense training in increasing his stamina is an example of tapas. A student spending long hours in concentrated reading and writing is another example of tapas. Anything that is done voluntarily with a great end in mind is a form of tapas. Self discipline or tapas helps a youth to organize his energies and focus his ideas, to help him have greater self knowledge and self control, to develop a higher level of thinking. As someone has rightly said, we cannot prepare the future for the youth, but we can certainly prepare the youth for the future. What could be a better way to prepare a youth for the future than help him or her build his or her personality on the solid principle of tapas? A person of tapas is a strong person by any standard. Tapas revitalize and rejuvenate the personality. Let us have a look at some of the Upanishadic teachings about tapas. Tapasya Brahma Vigyansava Tapo Brahmeti. Seek to know Brahma through tapas. Tapas is Brahman, the ultimate reality. Secondly, Tasya Jnanamayam Tapaha, whose tapas consists of knowledge of thought. Tapamashi Sarvani Cha Yat Vadanti. Tapas itself proclaims the glory of that which is the value of all values, the supreme end value, namely Atman or Brahma. One curious fact about Upanishads is that many of their teachers or rishis were youth. This means that anyone who has faith in oneself, practices right type of tapas, and keeps before him the great goal of self transformation can be a rishi. Be it the field of science and technology, or music or arts, or sports, or any other fields. The secret lies in faith and self discipline. However hopeless may be the situation, one can surely overcome all challenges through tapas and Shraddha. Echoing this idea, asked Swami Vivekananda, do you know how much energy, how many powers, how many forces are still lurking behind that frame of yours? What scientist has known all that is in man? Millions of years have passed since man first came here, and yet but one infinitesimal part of his powers has been manifested. Therefore, you must not say that you are weak. How do you know what possibilities lie behind that degradation on the surface? You know but little of that which is within you, for behind you is the ocean of infinite power and blessedness.